An error occurred. Go live.
That's such a live.
Does it?
At least, I mean, I see the live thingy in the corner.
We're live on YouTube. We're not live on Twitch. Okay, we'll just be on YouTube then. The recording's still gonna be on StreamYard, so I can just try and make clips from here.
Word.
All right. How you doing, Jeff? ¿Cómo estás?
Great.
How are we feeling with the world shutting down?
The world's shutting down?
Pretty much world shutting down, I feel like.
Is it?
I mean, okay, let's review what's going on. First, I think the first thing was like the writer's strike, right?
Yeah.
Then we are getting SAG strike, where the actors are striking.
Mm-hmm.
I think just yesterday or like 2 days ago, Teamsters said they're going to go on strike, and Teamsters is the union for truckers.
Mm-hmm.
And their trucking is very important to our economy. Get things places.
Yeah.
And because Teamsters is striking, one of the major trucking lines, Yellow, has filed for bankruptcy. To be fair, they probably were going to do it anyway, because one of the reasons Teamsters is striking is because Yellow truck drivers are like weeks behind on pay. So Yellow has not been paying their drivers.
Jeez.
So they're like, you know what? If you can't pay us, we're not going to deliver for you anymore. We're going on strike.
Yeah, I mean, that's a completely reasonable reaction, right? If you're like weeks behind on paying someone, then yeah.
No.
Like, what am I working for? You know, it's like I work for money.
They're like, you'll get your money. Just give us more time. It's like, no, it's been enough time. Yeah. I don't know. So Teamsters on strike. I think there's another strike going on. I don't remember. Nurses are on strike, I think, in some places. And then, not strike related, but also potentially bad news. Russia has no interest in renewing the trade deal they have for exports going in and out of the Black Sea. So they're saying that because not a lot of countries are trading with them. And it's like, you know what? If no one's trading with us, we're not going to renew this trade deal that allows trade access in the Black Sea, because countries are trading with Ukraine, and Ukraine's known as the bread bowl of the world because they provide a lot of wheat for the world.
Wow. So it was basically a tactic to kind of hurt their...
Yeah,
for sure. Okay.
They might do a blockade of the Black Sea, which means less bread and other wheat products.
Making prices for groceries rise even higher.
Wow. And that's not the only one. India has banned the export of rice in their country, out of the country.
Why?
So the reason why is India's gone through a lot of inflation, and a lot of their citizens cannot afford to eat right now. So they're banning the export of rice. So companies can't sell their rice to other countries, and instead have to sell it within the country. So if there's more rice in the country, there's more food, there's more supply, less demand. The people of India can eat.
A more reasonable. I guess that's a more reasonable reason for stopping an export, is to feed your own people. I guess that makes sense.
To feed their people. But we also need to remember, India's export is responsible for 40% of the world's rice. 40%.
Well, the people need to eat.
the people of India are going to eat. The rest of us might get some rice shortages. There are videos this weekend of like people making huge lines buying bags, like carts fulls of rice.
Jeez.
And I've seen some grocery stores putting a limit to like 1 bag per customer.
Jeez. Oh my gosh, it's like the toilet paper incident all over again.
But this sounds like actually makes sense. Like, okay. They're actually stopping the production of. They're stopping the export of rice. But yeah. So 40% of the world's rice now off the board. If there's any rice products you want to eat, go ahead and do that before the shortage happens, Jeff.
Yeah, I guess I will be going to the store and buying rice like once a day or something.
Yeah.
1 bag of rice a day, just have a stockpile.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't go bad for a while, so you should be fine.
Yeah. Usually rice lasts like a long time. So it's a dry good. So
I can't think of anything. There's probably a lot of other terrible stuff going on, but those are the main ones I'm thinking of right now.
But hey, it's like, all right, so we're low on rice, but I can always swap the pasta. Good old reliable.
You know what pasta's made of? Grain.
Yeah, and grain.
And Ukraine's the bread bowl of the world.
I guess we're eating salads. All salads, baby.
All right.
Cutting down on carbs.
No more carbs. We're eating, I guess, meats and salads and other fruits and vegetables are not in short supply.
Meat, salad, and cheese, baby. That's how we are rocking.
Yeah. All right. Going on to hopefully less sad news. We got a trailer for the Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, which will be a DC MonsterVerse crossover.
I'm honestly curious about how this is going to go, but knowing anything that is a Godzilla production, Godzilla is beating everybody.
Godzilla's here to just check everyone. Superman, no.
It's not a problem. So, for whatever reason, it's going to be that Godzilla absorbs the power that Superman puts out, and he can just fire it back.
I mean, I don't see any reason why he couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't see any reason why either, but anyways, it doesn't matter because I'm here for it. I love this, so I will be reading.
I forgot to put it in the news, but I saw an article that mentioned that since James Gunn and Peter Safran were announced as the heads of DC, comic book sales for DC have gone up like 40 or 60%.
Oh yeah, I saw that article, and like the one, The Authority, has also gone up, and that one isn't even in print anymore.
Yeah, obviously a lot of them were like the ones that were inspiration for like a lot of the stuff they mentioned, like Supergirl, Last Daughter of Krypton, The Authority.
I did buy All Star Superman, actually. I think I said that.
You did say you bought All Star Superman.
So.
Batman, the Brave and the Bold, I think, was one of them.
Yeah.
But in more DC comic news, DC is doing a Dual Force tie-in event where the winner of the event, which is pitting Team Flash and Wonder Woman versus Batman and Cyborg, whoever wins this event will determine the ending for the comic book.
Wow.
I still haven't played Dual Force. It's in beta.
Mobile game, right?
Yeah. It's like Marvel Snap, if you've ever seen. It looks like Marvel Snap to me. I don't know if it plays like Marvel Snap.
I've seen the trailers for Marvel Snap, but like I haven't played it. I try not to play too many mobile games because they're usually roughly the same.
But I want to play it. I haven't. It's in beta right now, so I can't even download it or anything, I think.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was an interesting little thing going on.
Pretty cool. How are we feeling about Disney CEO blaming too many Marvel Disney Plus shows for weakening audiences' focus and attention?
I wouldn't say it's too many shows. I'd say it's too many bad shows.
I would agree. It's like if they were good shows, it'll be one thing, but like A lot of these shows I come in expecting a lot, and then I just come out like, oh, this sucks.
Like you got a catalog of shows that should probably just be movies, and then you got a catalog of shows that is just like okay. You know, I could name probably like 2, 3, maybe 3 good shows off the top of my head, personally. But I mean, maybe I can't even remember how many shows are out, but most of the shows aren't really memorable for me. So I guess that's probably the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, we had WandaVision, we had Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, She-Hulk, What If, Moon Knight. I was gonna. Hawkeye? Is it just Hawkeye?
Yeah, right? Hawkeye. Yeah.
Might be more, but those are the ones that come to my mind. I think the only ones I really enjoyed were Hawkeye and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say those are probably my 2 favorite if I were to pick 2. Hawkeye grew on me. I still had like some ifs about it, but yeah, it grew on me. Kate Bishop, all right, she's cool.
Kate Bishop, Florence Pugh, great,
good combo. Not mad at it. I just remember before I was like really not. I hated the fact that I had to watch Hawkeye.
So what do I care about Hawkeye?
I don't give a fuck about a Hawkeye show. I just. But yeah, oh well, it ended up being better than I expected. So I'm not mad at it.
If anything, I was let down by like Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight hurt me. That one, I was like, okay. It was almost really good, but I was just like, okay, you guys are off skipping too much.
Every time there's a fight I want to see, he blacks out.
I was like, okay, it's like cool concept in theory. Like at the very least, you could like flashback or something. Like
it's a good idea, but you could have just used this the first time.
Like if you're gonna have him black out, at least have him like piece it together so we can kind of see what happened. Like.
I want to see what the fight was.
And a freaking big giant kaiju battle in the end. It's like, okay.
I didn't even make it to the end. I dropped the show.
Oh, I didn't make it to the end either. I just saw that clip and I was just like, okay, well, typical. Okay.
Oh, apparently one of the shows I forgot was Miss Marvel because Amani Villani is co-writing the new Miss Marvel comic series. Miss Marvel, the Mutant.
I did like that show.
When she comes back alive. It was a good show. I was expecting this to be entirely a kid's show, and I thought maybe it's not going to be for me because I'm an old man. But no, I thought it was pretty good.
They balanced it well.
It was definitely more kid-focused, but it was good enough to hold the whole family's attention.
And the villains were a little but, other than that, that's typical in Odyssey Marvel projects. The villains are generally meh. So minus Thanos.
I don't know.
It's Ultron.
How are we feeling about Miss Marvel being a mutant and no longer an Inhuman?
So I'll be real with you. I don't care. I never read Inhumans. I've never read Miss Marvel. I don't really have any attachment to her being an Inhuman. So I personally don't care. I could see why that would be frustrating to people because Inhumans really were just created and then carted off.
I was like, oh, Fox owns the mutants? Let's make up a new type of mutants called the Inhumans. So we can do stuff with them without promoting Fox. That's pretty much what it was, I feel like.
And you know what? This is what happened. It's tragic, unfortunate, but this is it. This is how it's going to be.
I don't really care what she is because honestly, I don't know if she's ever really had contact with Inhumans too much.
And again, generally, like I just don't care about Miss Marvel because I never read a Miss Marvel piece at all. Maybe
I've never read anything with her. I think, but I do know she's like part of the Champions, which is like their Titans or Teen Titans, and she's on it with a young Cyclops, a young Jean Grey, Miles Morales, Nova. I forget who else.
The new Young Adventures? The new Young Adventures?
I guess that's another. They were calling this the Champions. I think there was another team called the Young Avengers.
There is, and it was like Nova, Spider-Man, what was it? White Tiger, Power Man. Why?
I don't know.
Or
I
was that
guess
the Young Avengers? I don't know. I thought it was. I'd have to double check.
I thought Young Avengers was like Hulkling and them.
Young Avengers members. Let me see.
Wasn't it like Kate Bishop's Hawkeye,
Yeah.
Hulkling?
Iron Lad. America Chavez. What team was Power Man on?
Is he not just on Heroes for Hire or the Defenders?
Maybe it was just the Defenders. I don't know. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah.
He was the leader of the Avengers for a bit. Not that long
Really?
ago, I feel like. Yeah. I think Tony gave him the mansion and everything, or the tower.
That's cool. Oh, his abilities as a skilled martial artist. Where does it show his teams? Avengers Academy. Trained with Iron Fist, apparently.
Isn't there just like an affiliations area?
That's what I'm looking for, and I don't see it. There's a Phoenix Man and Power Simeon. Got you.
What?
Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Team affiliations. Avengers Idea Mechanics. Avengers Academy.
Is that AIM?
Avengers. Avengers Idea Mechanics. Is that AIM?
It spells out AIM. I don't think that's what AIM stands for, but
yeah, that's the one with Spider-Man. Okay. Avengers Academy, Mighty Avengers, Heroes for Hire, Champions.
he was on the Champions. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. So, Avengers Idea Mechanics. What is this? Oh, they're the new Avengers. Okay. Yeah, they're the new Avengers.
Okay.
And it's Luke, I think, but that's like the Luke Cage Power Man, not the separate one.
All right, moving on. How are we feeling about WandaVision coming out on Steelbook, but with no disc?
What is it, a cartridge?
Yeah, it's just a case. And I think there's some other stuff inside it, like poster cards and everything, but no disc.
Oh,
I mean,
because it's on streaming.
Yeah.
What are these stupid? What people are really are just about the money. They don't even give you products. I guess it's
If you're a collector, here, put it with all your other Avengers DVDs.
I guess.
No, like I
They
buy
just
things.
Put the DVD. You might as well make it a DVD.
Just print it out, just cause.
Like, who cares if it's on streaming? Let the person have it on DVD.
And the streaming sites are showing us like they're just take things off at any point they want.
Yeah, exactly.
I forget what it was, but Disney Plus had one show it posted, and like no one watched it. And after like 5 weeks, they took it off.
Like, that's the thing with like these streaming services or these all digital games is that, like, honestly, at any moment they can just be removed.
Yeah.
And once they remove it, there's nothing we can do about it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if Microsoft right now was to be like, yo, we're just gonna remove Diablo 4, and I'll just be shit out of $70. Like, you know?
Even if you have the disc, like if they just get rid of the servers, because like they can only run servers for so long if no one's like playing it that much.
No,
servers
exactly.
cost money.
Exactly. So, you know, just print the DVD. Who cares? You know? Like people we're trying to exit like CD levels or whatever the hell. I don't know. Give us the code. Let us download the link or something.
Yeah.
Put it on a thumb drive. I'll have a movie thumb drive.
All right. So due to the strike due to the SAG strike, Disney was having their fictional characters walk the red carpet to the premiere for the Haunted Mansion. You can go to the premiere and just see cast members going down dressed as Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Maleficent, and all these characters go watch the Haunted Mansion together.
I mean, I guess that's what they're gonna do.
They're gonna promote their films and they're gonna do it however way they can. If they're gonna use,
it's like at the same way that they're gonna go on strike, the same way the companies are gonna try not to lose money for that quarter. So it's not really surprising. They're gonna do something.
Yeah.
They should just give in to the strike, but like I said, they're gonna just do something.
Okay, so how are we feeling about Bob Iger reportedly preparing to sell Disney to Apple?
Well, the way he talks about Disney, it's not really that surprising.
Yeah, apparently, because he was supposed to just retire, but apparently, things weren't going right. I think under Bob Chapek, I think that was the last head of Disney.
Yeah,
and the board voted to take Bob Chapek out and bring Bob Iger in, who was running it before.
That's like, yeah.
And he says like we're like a disaster here now.
We're in a different realm of film and TV, where people aren't going to theaters as much anymore, because films are risky and they're also expensive and they price people out after a certain point. Two, comic book movies, which is what Disney was leaning on for a while, was Warner Bros. Was leaning on, are not an auto sellout anymore. This is proven with like movies like The Flash and so forth. They're not enough to sell tickets anymore. Like you can't. There's not like the old formula doesn't work anymore. You can't just throw out like a Marvel movie and expect it to make big numbers. So that's happening. Their remakes aren't doing well. Their rehashings of old Disney stories isn't doing well in live action. I wouldn't be surprised if he thinks like, this is just a sinking ship. Like we're running out of stuff, we're running out of ideas. Like Disney, does Disney own DreamWorks?
No, DreamWorks
is Pixar.
No. DreamWorks is probably like their biggest competitor. Because that's like Shrek and Illumination and all them. I don't think anyone really owns them.
No, yeah. So I'll subtract that point I was going to make then. But like, as far as they're concerned, they're in a rough spot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have like how much content. No, Disney did drop everything. It was Elementals, right?
Yeah, they dropped Elementals recently.
And did that movie even do well? I don't even think
it is. I think their second highest grossing movie of
all time, or like
what? I think highest grossing like Pixar movie of all time.
Oh, really? Wow.
It did terrible at the start, but then good word of mouth, and apparently Korea was big for them. That right now it's second, right underneath Frozen 2, I think.
Oh wow! Okay. So I guess they still have that, but I don't know. I guess maybe he was worried about like maybe that first week after seeing those numbers, because like that movie wasn't selling at first, from what I recall, and I haven't heard anyone talk about that movie.
Its first week was atrocious, but its promotional material atrocious. But people who did see it talked good about it. It started climbing up, and apparently the Korean market loved it.
Hey, shout out Korea. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I never heard anyone talk about it. So
I saw quite a few people like complaining on how Disney just shot themselves in the foot with it because like they did not promote it, and the way they promoted it made it seem like a completely different movie.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Ooh. Shoot. So yeah, maybe there's some issues on the promotional side, and that's why they're not selling or whatever. But yeah, I can see why Bob Iger would be like, okay, This
It's
is
not even that, because I think it was under the other guy where they started the fight with Florida, and now Florida, before their tax exempt, they didn't have to like pay taxes, and they had a special district where they were in charge of. But Florida was like, "Nah, we're not doing that anymore." Now, if you want to build anything, you need to submit permits. You got to do all this stuff.
when corporate greed meets governmental greed.
It was because like Disney said was, I think, standing for equality. I think it was during that time frame where everyone's welcome to our parks, no matter what you are, and like trans people can use the restroom of their choosing. And it was like, because I think Florida was passing a law, was like you have to use the restroom that you were born as.
Okay, so yeah, so it's a political thing. Okay, I see.
Disney went against it, and they were like, you know, if you're not going to play nice here, you can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
People were like thinking, like, what's Florida doing? Disney's probably like their biggest money maker. A lot of states would kill to have Disney come to them.
So the real question is Disney currently losing money then? But I mean, I guess I don't know why Bob Iger would want to sell Disney. Disney losing money?
They might not be losing money, but shareholders
They
will have.
lost $900 million on the last 8 studio releases.
That's not that great.
Huh?
900 million on the last 8?
8 studio releases specifically.
Okay.
And then obviously Disney Plus has lost 4 million subscribers in Q2, which isn't that surprising because they haven't really been putting much on Disney Plus. I feel.
I don't think any streaming service makes money. I think
Netflix has gained subscribers, so
they have gained subscribers, but I think overall they're still like losing money.
Okay, well, I wasn't saying Disney Plus lost money. I said they're losing subscribers.
Okay.
They lost 4 million streaming subscribers in Q2. And then if this is true, I can't confirm if it's true or not. I have to do deeper research, but I'm seeing multiple articles saying that they lost 900 million on the last studio films. Disney lost 900 million.
I think the biggest thing to look at is like whatever their stocks are. So let me look at that.
I don't even know, like, the crazy thing is we live at a point where I don't even know what like a reliable like news source is to like actually check this data. I guess yeah, you would be right. I would be checking the Disney stocks. It says it's down right now. So let's say in 1 year. Okay, let's say in 5 years.
How do they look compared to other time frames?
So in 2021, I guess around the pandemic, right? And that's when like the Marvel shows specifically were coming out. They were like looking high, but since 2022 and so forth, it's been steadily going down, it seems.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Netflix is up. And so is Apple. And so is Microsoft, apparently.
Yeah, so that might be why they're thinking of selling. Just get in, and all their shareholders probably make a lot of bank because
because they're down 23%.
It's like their lowest they've been in this 5-year period. Yeah. I can't see further on where I am, but that's definitely the lowest point since 2018.
Yeah. So, like, they're still high. When I look at the max, it's still like
It's still 80. It's like $86 a share. So that's so good.
But you know, it's
not whatever this peak was of like $200 a share, whatever this was in like 2021.
2021, roughly, March 12th, 2021. So that's around the start of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So when people are watching and streaming TV, and hey, maybe it's just like a natural regression from coming out the pandemic. Maybe people are actually going outside and touching grass. I don't know. They've been stuck in their homes for like 2 years. They decided, let's go outside. Maybe less streaming.
No, 2021, that would have been after the pandemic, because the pandemic was 2020. So this is when people started going outside.
No. COVID-19, or was it pandemic 2020? Yeah, you're right.
So this was like a year into the pandemic. It was like at its highest.
Yeah, and then once exiting, we can see the drop start to occur. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, they haven't really put anything out that's been really memorable for me. Elementals apparently is good, so maybe I'll check that out. I don't know if it's on Disney Plus yet or not.
No.
I think if they were to do a strategy, it would be to put out like some more original shows that are pretty solid on their streaming service. You know, like Netflix has an advantage because like they can have variety. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could watch Love Island or Love is Blind in the same place you could watch The Witcher. So like,
and honestly, Disney can have that. They just got to get rid of Hulu, honestly.
Yeah. It's a matter of because like Hulu is there, but I don't even know why they made Disney Plus. They should have just.
Apparently, it's because they have a contract, but I think they can get rid of the contract soon, so they don't have to worry about Hulu anymore.
So would Hulu just be disbanded, or would they sell it off?
I mean, they'll probably sell their shares of Hulu because they own like 70% of Hulu. So like, probably give it to whoever else.
I don't know if that's even a good move because like Hulu is honestly a really solid streaming service.
Yeah, but like Disney at least can take their content off of it because like they own Prey, which I haven't watched, but I heard good things about.
Yeah, apparently it's one of the best movies.
They have Bleach: 1,000-Year Blood War arc on Hulu. They also bought the streaming rights to Black Clover and My Hero Academia, which they put on Hulu and not Disney Plus.
Yeah, because they're still trying to keep Disney Plus family friendly, I guess, right?
I mean, those are pretty family friendly animes still. They're just like, it doesn't fit the rest of the mold, I guess, for some reason.
I don't know. I guess it's decisions like that hurts Disney Plus because you limit the library that's on it. So yeah, of course, people aren't going to subscribe to it. Like, why would you subscribe to watch like one Marvel show or one Star Wars show? Like, when a bunch of them aren't really like memorable or even like hitting. Like you started something with WandaVision. It was really good.
Oh, I remember now. I remember why they lost so many subscribers.
Why?
Because before they had cricket. They're airing cricket live, and cricket's the biggest sport in the world.
You said cricket. What's cricket?
The game. It's kind of like baseball. It's very popular. In like,
yeah.
The sport.
Okay.
They used to have cricket live in other countries, but the contracts lapsed, and now they don't have cricket. So like a lot of people in India and England dropped Disney Plus. Like they only got it for cricket.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So yeah, that would be a big blow. Man, that would be a huge blow. Losing one of your biggest sports.
So again, it's the loss of content in the world.
It's the loss of content. See, that's the main issue.
And I think you can see the same thing happening for Apple because Apple already had a deal with MLS, and with Lionel Messi signing on, Apple Plus has gained a lot of subscribers because like they can watch Messi.
Yeah, that's what people want to watch. But I mean, I won't get Apple Plus for the same reason. Well, I don't know. Apple Plus has some interesting stuff that I actually wanted to watch, but I just never gave it a chance. Like I know what Ted Lasso was Apple Plus exclusive, right?
Ted is Apple Plus exclusive.
And I never watched it. I should have.
I got Apple Plus for Prehistoric Planet because it's an amazing dinosaur documentary. But while I was watching Prehistoric Planet, I also got to watch the Tetris movie, which is on Apple Plus, and that was phenomenal.
Yeah, and then there was the movie Finch. I watched Finch on Apple Plus, and I actually loved that movie. Like, I absolutely love that movie. Apple TV Plus, that's what it is.
But moving on, we got a teaser trailer for Godzilla -1. So yeah, that's a thing. It's a teaser trailer. It doesn't show us much of anything.
Any Godzilla content I can get, I will consume.
Exactly.
Any kaiju content I can get, I will consume.
Okay, so next up, after a lot of worry due to lack of promotions for Hayao Miyazaki's final movie, How Do You Live, the film ended up opening up in Japan with $11.3 million. It's Studio Ghibli's second highest opening in the country.
People aren't going to come out for Studio Ghibli. That's just how it is.
People were worried that I wasn't going to do it because they weren't promoting it for some reason. It was a lot of people were saying like it's very strange, but
they said they don't need it.
They didn't need the promotion. We don't need to spend money on this. This is Hayao Miyazaki's, and it's his final film.
Like they just were like, I wouldn't even be surprised if people on the boardroom were like, let's just see. Let's just test it.
Yeah. At first, when I saw 11.3 million, I was like, oh, that's not that good. But then it said second highest for the studio. I was like, okay, well, I got to remember Japan's smaller, I guess.
It's like, I guess that's pretty good. And that's just domestic, right?
Yeah, that's just for Japan because I don't think it's out international yet.
Yeah, so, who knows how it'll do internationally.
We also got an animated teaser for the one-shot Monsters, which was a one-shot manga done by Oda back in 1994 before he did One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece is Oda fans are just having a ball right now. So,
Yeah, the news came out on One Piece Day where we also saw the trailer for One Piece
Gear 5
live action.
Oh,
Gear
yes.
5.
We did see the trailer for Gear 5, and we also did get the trailer for One Piece live action.
People were excited. Some people pretty good.
It was like mixed reviews. Like people either loved it or they were like, "What is this?"
I thought Shanks would look pretty weird. I'm gonna admit.
Yeah, but I was like, it's not the worst. And you know what? Shanks doesn't even appear that much. So
it's like this dude got the job, and he doesn't have to show up for like 5 more years, probably.
Like longer than that, honestly. So like
he does not have to show back up to work for another 5 years.
Like it's whatever, like.
But we also got the announcement trailer for the video game One Punch Man World.
That's cool. Did you watch that trailer?
I did not watch the trailer.
I didn't watch the trailer either. But hey, if you wanted a One Punch Man game, it's coming. So enjoy.
All right. We also got to look at Mortal Kombat, and we're getting J.K. Simmons reprising the role of Omni-Man.
Who I will be maining when I get this game.
You're going to get the DLC?
Of course.
Okay.
If you give me Omni-Man, Homelander, and Peacemaker all in one DLC, I'm going to take it. Are you kidding me?
I mentioned this to other people, and they're like, why are they in this game? They should just be in Injustice or something. It's like, why not just be in this game?
They've put DC characters or like comic book characters in Mortal Kombat forever.
That's what I said. Like, it's done by the same studios. I think they're owned by Warner Bros. Both. They've always done. And Injustice had Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
It's like, yeah, they all entered. So they had Justice League versus Mortal Kombat, didn't they?
Yeah, there was. I love that game, honestly.
That game was great. So like, I don't know why anyone would be surprised that they're putting these people in there. Like, why not?
I'm wondering, are we still gonna get Superman? Can we have like 3 Superman like people?
I would love for them to still put Superman in this, and I would love them all to have unique dialogue.
But the game looks really good. The animations and everything.
Oh yeah, I think the developers, they were even talking about it. They said because the Xbox Series X and PlayStation, they were able to like push the game to like new limits that they didn't know they could reach or whatever.
Mhm.
Which I'm excited for. Hey, they have to compete with Street Fighter 6, which was honestly a really good game. So
All right, so the Microsoft has beat the FTC in the merger case with Activision. So they will be Activision and Microsoft will be merging.
not that surprising, to be honest.
With that, I think Activision they have also made an agreement with PlayStation saying they will still make Black Ops or Call of Duty games cross-platform with PlayStation.
That was the main issue that I think Sony was arguing against. They just didn't want Call of Duty to end up being an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
So, but like they were gonna win. Like I didn't have any doubt that they would win. Like
I feel like when it comes like to the big like online games, like you have to make them cross-platform. You're gonna lose so much money if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. So
the only exclusives should pretty much just be single player games, I feel like.
Yeah.
All right, so Xbox is also releasing pizza scented Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem controllers.
I don't even know what's going on with that. I don't think I would want a pizza smelling controller. But respect to anyone who gets it. You know what? Power to you. I wouldn't do it, but like to each his own.
You will only be able to get it through a giveaway, so you have to win it.
Okay, well that's better. You know, it's a prize. It's not just them selling it. That's smart.
But still, like I'm so confused. Like I could probably make my own controller pizza smelling. Like I
just smear some grease. You know, it's not difficult, or you know, even cheaper. Or even safer and cheaper. You know, you just buy a pizza and eat it while you play on your Xbox.
Pretty much, I feel like.
But hey, you know, to each his own. You know, it's less the smell and more the TMNT design. So you know, like I said, go for it.
In other news, the studios and streamers reportedly have no intentions of negotiating with the Writers Guild for several months. The quote is, "The end game is to allow things to drag on until union members start losing their apartments, losing their houses," a studio executive told Deadline.
One, whoever the studio executive is probably should be fired because, like, why would you just say that?
Why are you telling anyone this?
It's like
this is something they have to just catch you off guard saying. You don't tell a news article this.
You don't willingly say this to people. Like it's what people would assume you're going to do.
This is what people assume you say behind closed doors, and someone just recorded you by leaving a bug or something. Like this is not something that should come out saying this is what they said.
So you know, props to that executive. I guess he's going to get flacked on forever. But I guess it's not really surprising.
Like honestly,
I feel like that's always been the response to these strikes. So it's a game of attrition. Is that the right word? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I think so. I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's a battle of attrition. Who wears out first? You know, the studios losing money, or the people not being able to have their homes and stuff.
Especially when it comes to these strikes. I know when it comes to other strikes, there are negotiations, and usually there's give and takes. But SAG and the writer said these are our demands, and we're not taking any less than this. And it's like that's a bold strategy, guys.
So you know, it's like we'll see. You know, they have big name actors on their side and stuff like that.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think SAG and the WGA can win. I think the streamers are gonna win. I think the studios are gonna win.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. Like, we'll wait and see before I say anything definitive on it. I do think it's a tough battle.
I don't want them to win, but I'm saying that's what I think was gonna
Yeah.
happen.
No,
I
I'm inclined to like if I were to lean any direction, I would lean to what you're saying, because there are people who are going to want this. There are people who are going to take this opportunity. The company is going to they're going to hire other actors, hire other people who are willing to do it,
I
and
don't even
those
think
actors, if they're hungry enough, they're going to go for it. That's just usually how this thing goes, right?
I'm not even thinking of that. I think it's just we live in a different time compared to the 2000s writer strikes, where a lot of people are already consuming medias from other countries, and people are just used to it now. Like Squid Games was vastly popular. RRR did really well in the awards categories. Like Bluey's an
Disney
people are watching Bluey, and that's Australian made.
Disney already owns a bunch of animes now, so
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is a lot of at least the streamers. I don't know what like the cable people are gonna do, but the streamers they're gonna start first investing in licenses from across the country, across the world. I mean, not across the country.
mhm.
And after that, they might just start investing in like putting money into foreign markets to make content for them.
Yes, and Netflix was already kind of doing that off the success of Squid Game, right? Like, because Netflix has like a huge Korean market now, right?
Yeah, they have
Or,
not just Korean market. If you
Korean
go
stories.
if you go check, they have a lot of Korean dramas. They have a lot of telenovelas. They I think Disney just got some African like cartoons, right? Like they just did Kizimoto, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
So we know they're investing in that. They're investing in animes. We also have to look at British shows. Like they're still filming. They're still doing House of the Dragons. Doctor Who is still being made.
Mhm.
That's British made, and other countries can just buy those licenses. There's also a lot of Australian cartoons like Bluey's popular now on Disney Plus, and that's Australian made. That's gonna still be able to be made.
Yeah, so yeah, it like I said, it's a tough battle to face. I won't say anything because the world is unpredictable. But if I were to lean, I would lean to the studios probably winning this.
Yeah, I don't think. I think the writers and the actors have to give up some stuff because they're not going to win this fight.
Yeah. So, well, like I said, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Yeah, y'all know how we feel about it. Writers should get paid what they deserve, and they're obviously getting paid way less than they deserve.
I just realized I have Twitter open right now, and at the very top there's an X. The bird's gone here.
Yes, Elon Musk did change the symbol to an X, and I think someone pointed out that the Simpsons predicted this.
The Simpsons predicted. I saw that earlier.
Yeah.
I also saw someone spell out gay sex on their phones with all the other apps are just like letters.
I fucking weak.
Groupon, like the App Store, Yelp. I don't remember what the S was or the E, but the X was. Whatever we're calling this. Am I just saying X now?
I guess. I mean, I'm gonna just call it Twitter. But to each his own.
It's already dying. Maybe I'll just whenever sign back on again. I'll just go use Threads, guys. Like, there's no way this app can live any longer.
It's yeah.
All I know is like apparently they can't even use this name in Japan because it's already copyrighted by a band.
Oh, the Gen 5 trailer came out.
A Gen 5 trailer?
Or Gen V, sorry.
Oh, Gen V, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were getting like a black and white remake for a second here, Jeff.
Oh,
Breaking news.
I'm seeing the X now. No. Yeah, I've been trying to keep my eyes out on like gamer news and stuff like that. There was a decent amount, to be honest.
Yeah, a good amount.
You know, like Insomniac announced they're working on another AAA game besides Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that besides Wolverine. Like, I thought we already knew they're working on like other stuff.
Yeah, they're working on another one besides that.
I know a lot of people are hoping for like a Superman one.
Yeah, people do want a Superman game. I'm curious to see how they make these games. But again, I think companies need to be careful with how they saturate the comic character market right now. But it doesn't matter if they make a generally good game. My point is, if they make a bad superhero game, it will be bad for anything associated with that superhero for a little bit. So just be careful. That's all I can say. Be careful.
All right. And here I have failed us by not watching Bubbles, like we said. So I think this is where we end things for the night, which is honestly a good time because you have to leave at 9, right?
Yeah, I have to get ready for work at 9.
So it's perfect timing because I don't know how good this movie is. If 15 minutes would be enough to talk about it.
Yeah, well, it was a pretty good movie, so so
more than a 15-minute discussion, maybe.
Who knows? They did a lot of interesting things in it. They did a lot of interesting things. So
I'll watch it. I'll make it up to you.
And if anything, it's gorgeous.
All right.
So,
well, we're gonna end things here. Jeff's gonna get ready for work. I'll probably log into Master Duel. We'll do some quick daily stuff. Try and get my shark deck ready. I got the main deck all sorted out.
Just the
I need some of the extra deck monsters still. I need more UArch things.
What did I say I was facing you with? My plants?
Yeah.
And then I have the Joey Wheeler deck for whenever we do whatever that other thing is. Or am I facing you with Joey Wheeler? I don't know.
You're facing me. You're facing sharks with plants. And then we're also going to do Gen 1 characters. Like Mai's doing My Valentine's Harpies. I was going to do like a Yugi themed deck. And you were going to do like Joey Wheeler deck.
Yeah, Joey Wheeler. And I think I finished that one. Obviously, my plant deck is already done. Well, let me just check real quick to see if it's still legal because the ban list. they Master Duel for whatever reason has like more ban lists than like anything else in the world. So let me just check if it's still legal.
I don't know. Like I need more UR shards or whatever it's called.
Those daily stuff, they play a little ranked.
Yeah.
Or just casual. I think you can still get some stuff, the daily stuff off casual duels too. So
yeah, you can.
They also the festivals are a real good place to get gems. Just use the loner deck on the festival.
Okay.
And just play through it. Maybe you'll find an archetype that you like. But that's a really good place to get gems because it's pretty easy to get them. Play like 5 festival games and you can end up with like 1,500 gems. So,
whew.
Yeah, it's basically what I've been doing at least. So you have 6 days to do the festival. So yeah, I would do it. And if I were to recommend a deck, Labyrinth is probably the best meta wise, but Fluffle is also really good. So
I do Fluffle. I like Fluffles. I don't know how good it is, but I do have like an in-person
Fluffles are pretty good
deck.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if there's been new cards for Fluffle since I last played or anything.
Probably.
But I do have like an in-person Fluffle deck I used to play. I enjoyed it. But if there's been new cards since the last time I bought like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I don't know.
Well, they like I said, they have a loaner deck for you to use.
Okay.
So utilize what you can. All right, I'll see y'all. I'm gonna go prepare my dinner for tonight and then get ready for work.
All right, adios.
Adios.
See you Thursday.
See you Thursday. At
7:30
It doesn't
still.
matter what time.
Okay.
You let me know.
I usually start streaming around 7, but I don't know how you and Maya want to start.
I know Mai says she wouldn't be ready till like 7:30.
Okay, I don't remember what she said, but like, she
hit
could
her
come
up.
in late.
Yeah, either or, it doesn't matter. You and me are getting the first match, so
Yeah.
So,
All right. See you Thursday for Shark Week.
see you.
Well,
Thursday.
Shark Week now, but we'll continue Shark Week. Go watch Discovery Channel Shark Week, everyone. Do it.
Do it. Smash that like button.
All right, hit the like button.
Was there like a study that said like when people